All right, you'll just look at whoever's asking the question.
Yeah.
Perfect.
First, welcome to San Diego. Could you just start us off? Why did you decide to come to San Diego?
I think it's a very exciting project, ambitious new ownership, ambitious management that really wants to create something with long-term success here in San Diego, so that attracted me a lot.
And what does that project entail as the kind of head coach? What do you hope to bring?
I mean, I think my knowledge, of course, is not only about how we play and how we train. I mean, it comes from everything. I've seen what world-class facilities looks like. I've seen what world-class organizations looks like. So I think all those aspects, I think it's going to be really important because they all play together when you try to create something on excellent levels. So I hope in many different levels I can help.
And you have Naomi Girma leaving the club this season, one of the world's best defenders. How do you find the pieces to fill that hole in that defense?
Yeah, I think what we see in this transfer window is obviously a challenge right now for the league. I think it's where the salary cap is when you compare it to the top European clubs. The league will have a hard time to retain the biggest talent, how the market is working currently. So I think that's not a San Diego way thing, but it's a NWSL thing that needs to be addressed if you want to be the leading league in the world, to find ways how we can attract the best talent, but also having the best talent stay in the league, because I think that obviously makes a lot of sense. For us, you just don't replace a Naomi Girma immediately. We need to develop, just like Naomi Girma back in the days was developed here. We need to develop own players and being able for them to come in and do that for the team. So there is a lot of change, and we need to. And a lot of talent, but we need to give them a little bit of time. And of course, with hard work, I'm optimistic.
And it's no secret, the team struggled last season. I mean, not even making playoffs. What are some of the things that you implemented first thing right when you got here?
I mean, I think it was quite easy to see that it was a team that had a really hard time in transitions, and in a league like NWSL it's a quite transitional league. I think you really struggle when you can't control the transitions or you can't benefit from the transitions. So that part has been really important to address and to see in a way we can play, where we can be not necessarily a team that has plenty of transitions. It's not the quantity of them that we're looking to improve on. It's more the quality on how we handle both the attacking and defending transitions.
And I think you'll hear from a lot of the players, the fans have always rallied behind the team. What's a message you have for the fans, the Sirens, the supporters group?
Like I said before, we will need to do it together. Without our fans, without our community, we're not even half of ourselves. So we need that. That's what makes us complete, and we're really excited to have them with us on this journey. So to continue the support, that will mean the world to the team.
Coach, so much about this iteration of the club is new. Your coaching staff just announced yesterday. So many of the players have international background. Knowing that you've come from a club like Arsenal where there's a completely different setup, what philosophy are you going to bring to the table not only this season, but just for the long term?
In regards to playing style or
maybe
culture?
Take it more macro, beyond just playing. How do you want this club to evolve over your tenure here?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. For me, victory belongs to everyone, but it's also created by everyone. So what we will see on the pitch and on game day, everything we do there is an extension of things that we have been doing before in the organization. And that can be anything from how we travel, how we eat, how we prepare before training, then of course what we do in the training sessions, how we help to recover, to adapt. So if we build an organization where everybody feels connected to what we're doing on the pitch and understands that all details, all actions that we do every day, that adds up and becomes a connection to and an extension to what we're going to do on the pitch, then that's, for me, that's a winning mentality. So that sort of the overriding culture, it's about that.
Heading
1 minute warning.
Heading into Coachella, do you feel like it's an opportunity to set the tone early, in the training on any of these kind of philosophical points?
Of course, I think we need to live and embody this mindset every day. I think Coachella comes in a little difficult time for us because the first game we will have our international players available, but after that they will leave. So I think it's a little odd timing to go away and to play because we will be without our international players. But maybe for the future that's something that can be changed. I think it would make more sense to have the NWSL teams playing when we have access to all international players, both for us and for the other teams. But no, every day in practice and every game we work on these things.
On a personal front, how has it felt adapting to the new San Diego environment?
Good, but hectic. It's a lot of new things, and I knew that once having relocated from Sweden to the UK and now here to the US, there is a lot of new things, practical things that needs to get sorted. But I have my checklist, and I'm starting to cross a few things off. But there's still a few things more that I need to get sorted.
All right, we'll have to cut it there, but we'll do this again soon. But thank you guys for coming out.
All right, Kennedy, it's a new start of a new season and honestly pretty much a brand new team. What can you tell us so far about the new players joining in? Thank you.
Yeah, we're super excited. Lots of new faces, both player-wise and staff-wise, but I think everyone's come in with the mindset that we want to win as much as we can. So everyone's eager to learn, open-minded, and we're just starting to form relationships and things like that. So I'd say we're off to a really good start.
And the new coaching staff as well. What can you tell us about working with Jonas right now?
Yeah, he's great. He seems to have a clear vision of how we want to play with and without the ball. He's really focused on us building relationships and forming a team culture that we're all like-minded, motivated, resilient. So I think his clear vision along with the relationships we're building will be a really good combination for the season.
There's a huge loss at the center back position this year. Can you speak a little bit to what that challenge brings for this season?
Yeah, I think it's hard. Naomi was obviously a great leader, a great person, and just one of the best teammates that I've ever had, and I'm sure so many people would say the same. So I think obviously big shoes to fill, but I think we can do it together. It'll take a lot of us. I don't think it'll be just one person stepping into her role, but a group of us coming together and making up for some of that leadership and all of the good things that we lost. So I think it'll be a team effort, but something that we're excited for the challenge.
And on that leadership level, have there been conversations within the team about who kind of fills that role when you have players like Alex Morgan and Naomi Gurman that did leave the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's hard. Nothing super designated, but I think there are a handful of girls that were with the team last year, were with the club, are familiar with the league, and I think we'll rely a little bit on that experience and some of the older leadership a little bit, but I think ultimately it'll be everyone's part to play in so many different ways to kind of make up for a lot of that.
What are your goals this year, personally and professionally?
Yeah, I think personally, I think the quicker that myself and the team can adapt to a new style, a new coach, new teammates, the better. I think the quicker we can apply all the information we've been learning, I think that would set us up for a really good spot throughout the season. And I guess personally, just play with freedom, enjoy it, because this is an opportunity that not everyone gets, so just kind of soak it all in.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for me? I just asked you what
Yeah, with such a different team this season, I think we were talking about only 5 left from last year's Shield Cup win. How do you feel the training camp kind of experience has been this year versus last?
Yeah, definitely different, I'd say. Obviously, new staff, new coaches comes with new tactics, new drills, but I think it seems that everyone's coming in with an open mind and wanting to apply the game model as best we can, but I think more importantly this preseason will be about building relationships with each other, because if we can figure out everything and have relationships in the locker room, it'll eventually translate over. So I think both tactically on and off the field, we're trying to kind of put all the pieces together, but I think it'll be an exciting start.
And as a follow-up, has the team talked at all about short-term and long-term goals?
Yeah, I think long-term we want to win the championship, we want to win the Shield, we want to be at the top of the table. But short-term, I think it'll be the little wins. It'll be applying the attacking game plan. It'll be applying defensive principles. We're kind of breaking it up into chunks and day by day, week by week. If we can accomplish little things as we are kind of starting from scratch, I think we would all call those wins, and definitely some immediate goals.
The backline essentially is pretty much the same. Some new pieces being added. What's the difference tactically with that backline? I know last year under Landon it was a lot of playing out from the back. Is it kind of similar this season, or is it a little different?
I think both. There are some similarities and some differences. I'd say that we want to be on the forefront. We want to get the ball forward when we can, but we don't want to rush doing that. We want to be patient and methodical at the same time. But I think one area that we lacked in a little bit last year was scoring goals, so I think we definitely want to improve upon that and be on the front foot as much as we can. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's it. That's all I have.
Awesome.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.